everyone, and welcome to How To for Families and Kids. I'm Miss Maria. I'm one of the children's librarians at the Erlanger branch of the Kenton County Public Library, and today we are making dragons. I love dragons. They're one of my favorite creatures. So we are making little fire-breathing dragons, or you can make a big fire-breathing dragon. For some reason, mine's not wanting to blow quite so well, but they're really funny to make a whole family of dragons, and there's a couple of different ways you can make them. So things that you're going to need in order to make your dragon. You're going to need either a paper towel tube or a toilet tissue tube. You will need paper, so you can use regular copy or printer paper and color it like I did on this little guy with markers or crayons. You could even, if you didn't want to use paper and had lots of time, you could take and paint your tube with tempera or acrylic paint. We're using construction paper, so you can make your dragon any color that you want. If you decide to use plain paper to put on it, you can make it polka dotted, you can make it striped, you can have all kinds of designs on it, you can make it any way you want to. In order to get the eyes and the nostrils for your fire-breathing dragon, you're going to want to use either cotton balls, like I did on this little guy, or pom-poms. If you're using pom-poms, you're going to want to use two different sizes, a large and a small. If you use cotton balls, I used 2 cotton balls for the eyes, and then I took 1 cotton ball and tore it in half, and then tore it in half again, and squished it to where I got it to be just the right size. You also are going to want wiggly eyes or googly eyes, depending on what you call them, or paper to make your eyes like I did for this one. You're going to need a glue stick, Scotch tape, liquid glue. Liquid glue is very helpful for this. And I don't have a little glue bottle, so I have what we use for preschool story time and a Q-tip. If you have a bottle of Elmer's school glue at home, you just need to put a little tiny bit on. Remember, a little goes a long way. For the fire breathing out of your dragon's mouth, you can use crepe paper streamers cut to different lengths. That's what I used for the big dragon. And for the little dragon, I used tissue paper, gift wrapping tissue paper. If you don't have colored tissue paper at home and just have white tissue paper at home, you can take and color that. You can pick up the supplies such as the cotton balls, the pom-poms, the wiggly eyes, the crepe paper, and the tissue paper, even construction paper. You can get that at a dollar store or at some grocery stores like Meijer's or Kroger's. So we have 2 different size dragons. We're going to make a small one together today. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do with our roll is we are going to figure out which way we want our roll of paper to go on. So we're going to be measuring a little bit. So these are some good math skills if you're working on math skills this summer. And I find with construction paper especially, it's easier to use some tape to kind of hold it down. With plain paper that you're coloring, I used a glue stick and it worked out just fine. So what I did was I put a piece of tape on the roll, and now I'm going to cut the construction paper to fit. So one of the cool things you can do is like you can just like roll it up until you get, or you can estimate how long you need for it to be. I'm just going to cut all the way down, and you can use the leftover for another project. So after you get your piece of paper rolled around your tube, you're going to take and cut off the excess, which is a fancy word for extra. And again, you can either use your glue stick or tape. I honestly find the tape to be the easiest. And just remember, dragons come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. Dragons can be sleepy, they can be hungry, they can be happy, they can be any kind of emotion that you want your dragon to be. So I'm going to put the scissors and the paper over to the side. So now we have our covered roll of paper. So the next step is to use the liquid glue. And we're going to put the nostrils on first. So they're little. And we're going to put a little dab right down here on this end, and another little dab right down here. And then to help it stick on, because we are using two different things to stick together with glue, I always put a little bit of dab of glue on the pom-pom, and then I put it on the paper. And then you might want to just hold it down for a few seconds with your thumb and your finger just to kind of keep it in place. And now we're going to do the other pom-pom, because it will look really weird if we only had one pom-pom nostril on our dragon. So we're going to put our other little nostril on our dragon. So now our dragon's nose is complete. The next step is to do the eyes. And it's going to be the same process. You're going to put a little bit of glue on the actual paper. And then you're going to put glue on the pom-pom. And since this is a bigger pom-pom, I really do recommend holding it down for just a little tiny bit, kind of make sure it's secure. And then we're going to do the second pom-pom. Now, if you are going to make paper eyes at home, what I did was I took a piece of the scrap, the extra, from the copier paper that I used for covering, and I drew two eyes and colored them and then cut them out. And then I used a little bit of glue from a glue stick to put on, and then pressed it onto the cotton ball. If you have wiggly eyes, using a glue stick is not going to hold it very well. It's better to use liquid glue. So we're going to put some liquid glue on the back of our eye. And then we're going to attach it to the pom-pom. And we're going to do the same for the other eye. Again, a little goes a long way. So this is what our dragon looks like so far. It has green nose and green eyes. So now the fun part, how to make it into a fire-breathing dragon. So we are going to get our scissors, and we're going to let our little dragon dry for the time being, and we're going to have some fun cutting. So what I discovered with this one is skinnier, smaller pieces actually blow better than longer, fatter pieces. So for this dragon, I'm going to try to make it blow really well with the crepe paper. So you just cut off a little tiny bit, and then you can cut it in half And you know, flames are not perfectly straight. They're not all the same size or the same width or the same length. So you can make your flames different. You can like actually kind of create like a little bit of a point. You can make one longer than the other. Have fun with it. Be creative. Use your imagination. It is your dragon. So making it your own is really important. Like, I love the colors purple and green. So I'm making a purple and green dragon. So use your favorite colors. If you like all kinds of colors, you can make it a multicolored dragon. So have fun with making your dragon your dragon. And this is a fun project that anyone of any age and ability can do. You might have to help your younger brothers and sisters or cousins or neighbors if they're not very good at using scissors. That's kind of fun, you know, it's something you can do together. So we have some of the flames for our dragon. We just need one more set. Now I did pick 3 colors, red, orange, and yellow for the flames. And so I chose to do 6 pieces of crepe paper for my dragon. You can do more, you can do less. It's entirely up to you. That's one of the beauties about this project, is that it's so easy to make it so very unique. And we're almost done with our crepe paper. So now comes the fun part of attaching the crepe paper to the dragon. Scotch tape. Scotch tape is your friend for this. You can do the tape a couple of different ways. I like to take one piece of tape and roll it. I don't know if you can see that on my finger. I just kind of rolled it up. And then I just stick it onto one side. And then, oops, one of our eyes just fell off. That's okay, we can plop it right back on. With liquid glue, it does take a little while for liquid glue to dry, so, you know, if you have to stick your eye back on, it's okay. It will dry eventually. So just, you know, don't be in a hurry. This is a very quick craft, but it does need a little tiny bit of drying time. And as you can see, the eye does want to pop off. If it does, you can always put some more glue on. Just remember, a little bit goes a long way. And just put your eye back on. And then just find another piece of flame to attach to your dragon. If you don't want to roll your tape up, another way that you can do it is to just take a little tiny piece, put it on one end, so one piece is taped to the crepe paper and the other piece isn't, and then you just place it inside your tube and stick it on. So there is no wrong or right way to attach your flames to your dragon to make it a fire-breathing dragon. And you can even go up and around like I did on this one. This one I kind of stuck them kind of more towards the bottom. It's whatever you wish to do because it's your dragon. It's very creative, and when it's finished, ta-da! You have a really fun little dragon that you can blow through and make it breathe fire. So I hope everyone had a great time today joining me for our family how-to fire-breathing dragon craft. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon at the Erlanger branch of the Kenton County Public Library. Have a great day, everyone.